Dalen McVay's with us. Dalen is the Night to Shine chairman. Dalen, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for getting up at dark 30 to join us. And first off, just tell us a little bit about yourself. People know, well, he's the attorney guy, but tell us a little bit just about yourself.
I have been practicing here about 12 years. I am with a law firm, Eubank, Haney and McVay, that's downtown on the square on Independence.
Okay.
I've got a wife and 3 beautiful children, and made Enid home about 12 years ago.
Very good. All right, well, welcome. We're glad that you're here, and just appreciate your involvement in this great cause.
Sure.
Good morning, Dalen, and we're glad to have you here this morning. I know that we've just seen a little clip of that talks a little bit about Night to Shine, but can you elaborate and give us some details of what exactly is Night to Shine?
Sure. Like he said, it's put on by the Tim Tebow Foundation. It is an unforgettable prom night experience centered around God's love for people with special needs. They have, essentially, we have about 120 guests already signed up. When they come there, they show up just ready to have a prom. They go get hooked up with a buddy. The buddy is someone that is just an escort to take them around through the different locations. They get there and they go to a hair and makeup room, get their hair and makeup done by some professionals that are donating their time here in town. They get their shoes shined at the next place, and then they get corsages and boutonnieres. They get crowns and tiaras, and then there's a karaoke machine, and they can karaoke and dance the night away.
That's awesome. I know on the clip it said that when he was asked, where do we do this, he said everywhere. So is this only an event that takes place in Enid, or is it taking place throughout the U.S. on that same day?
Actually in 12 countries and all 50 states now. It started just 3 years ago. 3 years ago they had 26 states that did it. Now all 50 states are involved in 12 other countries. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
And you said that it takes place in Oklahoma City and Tulsa, but Enid is part of this leading the way effort, if you will.
It
and
is.
Ardmore was another community, so.
It is. This is the first year that we've had one in Northwest Oklahoma, so we're pretty excited about
Great.
it.
Well, we appreciate your involvement just to raise the awareness, what it's all about. So who can attend? You mentioned 120 guests, special needs guests, but you also mentioned buddies. So kind of frame it for us, who all can be there?
The way that it works are the guests themselves, the special guests, have to be 14 years or older.
Okay.
There's not a maximum age limit. I had a lady call me that was in her 80s that's going to attend, and
Okay,
so
good.
she's never been to a prom before, so that's pretty neat. The buddies have to be 14 years or older, and essentially they can go to our website that is nighttoshineenid.com and register there. They can get the guests registered. The buddies go through background checks, and we expect about 250 people on the dance floor. So,
Wow.
That's awesome.
Very good.
That's awesome. So you seem like you're very involved with this special event. What exactly is your role in this event?
my role, I'm chairman. This year we have a board. The way that it kind of came about, we had an individual from Oklahoma City from the foundation that puts on the Oklahoma City prom, came to the Enid, Newton, and Bucks Club, in which I'm a member, spoke about bringing one to Enid. Some people asked me if that would be something that I'd be interested in chairing, and so I did. We have about 6 different people on the board, and it's quite the undertaking. We've got 27 committees, and the committees have anywhere between 4 and 12 people, so it's a pretty significant undertaking.
You mentioned the attendees and the buddies and the shoe shine and the flowers and all of that, but what else? I guess the big dance. Is the dance the big event that takes place?
It is.
Any other things that take place?
Well, they can go back and forth between the karaoke. We have
Okay.
food there. It is sponsored nationally by Chick-fil-A. So Connie Sturgeon-Hart here, she's one of the board members. She will have Chick-fil-A there not only for the guests but for the buddies and for the volunteers. I think we have 157 volunteers signed up as well, so it's a pretty big task, but there'll be food there, there'll be dancing, there'll be karaoke. During the event, each one of them gets crowned a king or queen. So
That's great.
That's awesome. So how can viewers watching this morning, how can they assist if they want to be part of this event?
really, at this point, we've got our committees and buddies kind of nailed down, but we're always looking for money. You know, things like this cost quite a bit. We have to do background checks, which are $10 a piece on every single buddy and every single volunteer, so it's a pretty significant amount of money. I'll tell you, the people of Enid are fantastic donating in kind. It's pretty easy to get volunteers for this thing, even quite a bit of money from different banks and things like that, but it's expensive, and there is a Pay Now button on our website if people go there, or the Facebook page can take you to it, but always in need of money. We don't want the guests to have to pay for anything, including dresses or suits. Stacy at the bridal shop is offering discounts on suits. We've got a women's physicians group that are helping purchase suits and dresses for those that are in need, but if people have dresses they want to donate, they can donate them to the bridal shop, and we'll get those to somebody.
Very good. And it's just great that it's at a community event.
It is.
You know, a community involvement event. As you saw on the screen just a few moments ago, you had Dalen's contact information there. And I want to remind everyone that, yes, we're live television this morning, but we will play back this interview, and you can tell everyone in the community it'll play back at 11:30 this morning, 5:30 this afternoon, and 8:30 tonight. So if you're unable, or you're seeing it live right now, but if you know a friend needs to watch this show or interview at 8:30 or 5:30 this afternoon, please tell them about it. We saw Dalen, before you got on the set, we saw the little promo with Tim Tebow talking about his involvement of that. What else can you share with us briefly about the Tim Tebow Foundation? Sure. We recognize him as the Florida University Heisman Trophy winner and football player, but right. We know he's involved in other things.
He is. He's a minor league baseball player now. He started his foundation in 2010, and he has 6 different outreach programs, Night to Shine being one of those. They're all essentially based on Christ and God's love for people with special needs. And so he's got a Timmy's Playroom in which he builds playgrounds and play equipment for people in hospitals. He has an adoption aid agency that helps people fund adoptions of individuals with special needs. He's got a hospital in the Philippines and a Make-A-Wish type program in which he travels himself and meets people with life-threatening illnesses.
Very good. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes. Going back a little to the need for funds. Can you tell us if there's any sponsorship levels?
There are, and we have levels starting at $500, and they go clear up to $10,000. Okay. Basically, with each different package, you get different types of marketing. We've got T-shirts that will have sponsors' names on it. We've got a website that will put sponsors' names on. Next year's brochures will have this year's sponsors on it. So just kind of depends on how much you want to pay, how much marketing we can do for you. The foundation doesn't really want to commercialize the event. They want to keep it focused on God's special children, but there are some marketing opportunities with it. But we have determined it takes about $35 per guest, and so we have asked people that can get on and donate just $35. That'll pay for one guest's entire night. So.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Very good. Well, we're talking hundreds of people, Dalen, for this event, and it's going to be located at a church. What is the church? Where's it located?
It is.
I mean, there may be somebody new in the community and said, well, I don't know my streets yet, so right. Where is it at?
The prom itself is held at Oakwood Christian Church. It is held on Oakwood, obviously just north of Randolph. It's a perfect location. We also have limo rides that will be there. We have horse and carriage rides that will be there for the guests. And so we've got medical personnel on staff. We've got 5 uniformed police officers that are donating their time from the city, which is greatly appreciated. So just north of Randolph on Oakwood.
That's awesome. It really sounds like a magical night, so it really does. Can you share a little bit, like your website and Facebook info, any contact information?
Sure. We have a website. It's www.nighttoshineenid.com. I would also encourage anyone that wants to know more about it, you can just go to YouTube and type in Night to Shine. There's a 2017 highlight video and some other promotions that are fantastic that'll give you all that you need to know. We do have a Facebook page too. It's just Night to Shine Enid will get you to our Facebook page. A lot of people contact us there and ask questions and even give us ideas of other things. Just regarding, we've got Disney princesses there, for instance. A lot of Disney princesses, a lot of Star Wars characters, people for photo opportunities. So reach out to us any way that you can.
I understand in preparation for our visit this morning, Dalen, I understand that there's a kind of a parent prom night as well. Is that still happening in Enid? And kind of share that with us.
It is, and what that is it's not so much a prom, but a getaway for the parents. A lot of these parents that have special needs children are 24/7 caretakers, exactly. And so we certainly wouldn't prohibit them from staying at the prom if they want to stay. But what it is, that is at Redeemer Lutheran Church, which is on Cleveland, just south of Randolph. And it is a night of relaxation. We hope that they drop off their children and we get them hooked up with buddies and the parents go. That is they'll be fed over there at Redeemer Lutheran Church. But the neat part about it is we are having a live stream from the actual prom onto a movie projector screen at Redeemer so they can watch their kids. We've got some massage therapists from Enid donating their time over there. So just kind of a relaxation 3 hours for the parents.
That is
awesome. It was such a
Yeah.
great community event.
Excuse me. I mean, just to keep parents in mind, you know, but you're right about being a caregiver for 24/7, give them a chance to just kind of chill for a few moments. Well, Dan, we'll keep Dalen on the set here this morning at 7:50. Our special guest this morning talking about Night to Shine is Dalen McVay, and that event's coming up on February 9th. Is that a Friday?
It is.
It's a Friday.
Next
Okay.
Friday from 6 to 9.